We on Ask Jay, episode 37, live from Bolivia, North Carolina. I'm here with a ton of family. I have my aunt, who's actually younger than me, so I don't really feel like she's my aunt, but technically she's my aunt. Jasmine behind the camera. She's going to ask the questions today. When I prompt her to, and I'm not prompting you yet. So as you guys know, I am committing the 90 days of this platform. I have to give a special shout out to the old man himself, my grandfather here. Jazz is gonna. He's pretty handsome. That's where I get most of the looks from.
Okay.
Half of them anyway. And he just turned 73 years old this week. So shout out to Grandpa. Yeah. We got the rest of my family in there, my brother Art, and a bunch of other people I won't go through the process of naming for purposes of time. And Oreo. Oreo. She's a she.
Okay.
The dog of the house.
And Auntie.
We didn't even ask for all that. But anyway.
They did.
Back to our Thanksgiving episode of Ask Jay's, episode 37. Again, I've agreed to do 90 days straight of this platform for you all. Answer your questions on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We start these episodes with a motivational message of the day. So, my motivational message of the day, I had it earlier and I always forget. What inspires me today? What's my motivational message? Give me something, Jazz. What are we motivated? What's the spirit right now?
Thanksgiving.
Family. Thanksgiving. Yes. Thanks for giving. Right. So thanks. So my motivational message of the day is to always be thankful. Be thankful to our Creator for all the blessings that He's given us. Be thankful even for your losses, because your losses are lessons. So we need sometimes the losses to create the lessons that make us people that we are. So you guys know that I've taken many losses in life. First major one of which when I was 18 years old, being incarcerated 4 months after graduating high school, in which I was facing 3 years to life in prison. That was a very big lesson for me. That lesson was not to stop selling drugs, because I continued to sell drugs and will go back to prison 2 more times and serve a total of 2.5 years in prison in 3 different states. But the holistic lesson within that is I learned that I had a lot of talent, I had some charisma, and some other intangibles that I was able to transfer from my street lifestyle and drug dealing world into corporate America of real estate investing, creating my own company and almost empire, if you will, becoming pretty successful with J. Morrison Real Estate Partners, J. Morrison Academy, Young Minds Can, the Black Tea Party, and a couple of other private investments that I have and businesses. So the lesson is, no matter what you go through in life, there's still opportunity if you are persistent, if you're patient, if you're resilient, if you have goals, and you believe in yourself and believe that, and follow your purpose most and foremost. Like, that was got me on track is me following my purpose, which God has set for me. Anyway, that should be motivation enough for you when it's Thanksgiving. So I thank God and I thank my family for all the DNA and genes that I have that allowed me to be this great man that I am today.
Did you tell them where we're from?
I said Bolivia, North Carolina.
No.
Where are we from? Oh,
Africa.
They know we from Benin, Africa. Yes,
Oh,
I've announced this. Yes,
Okay.
Benin and Togo, Africa. Yes, I'm Benin American or Benin African. Yes, a black man. So anyway, we're gonna get to our 5 questions of the day. Please excuse my Aunt Jasmine for a country accent. She is a North Carolina native. But Jazz, go.
Okay. Jay, at the Twitch Subaru from Twitter asks, if you were given the opportunity to achieve something that would change the world, what would you come up with?
I think that I have that opportunity, and what I've come up with, the vision I've been given, is really comprehensive. The first step to it, though, is I believe that we can do something really major, and I believe even in this year, not 2015, but in a year span, as Americans, and especially as African Americans, as black people, we can do something major, and that's end slavery in America. See, most of you guys think that slavery ended in 1865, but you missed the part in the 13th Amendment that said slavery and involuntary servitude is abolished in America except you commit a crime. Meaning there's an exception clause to slavery which opened up the door for convict leasing. So if you commit a crime and you go to jail, they can make you work for free or for pennies a day, which is legal slavery and involuntary servitude. So if we petition the proper way and have them change the 13th Amendment to say that slavery is abolished in America without exception, it will be illegal for state, city, or private prisons or federal prisons to make inmates work for free or for low wage. Therefore, it would give politicians and lawmakers less incentive to lock up and make laws to target black people and brown people and poor people, which would give police less incentive to target us and have this hostile police and citizen relationship, because there will be no incentive to lock us up to get our free labor because it'll be illegal. So that's something I can do to help change the world, and starting right here within my own community and within America. Next question.
My nephew, speaking that is. All right.
Yeah.
At Ollie64 from Twitter asks, when you're in the grind, do you ever find that you've lost a bit of yourself and have to rediscover?
Absolutely. Probably, I would say, every 3 months or so. Sometimes you get, and I think I have an innate ability of self-reflection, so that's something I want to give to you all, that I tell my team all the time. I never look at anything, even my own life day to day, or any project. It could be a flyer, it could be a website, anything that I do, even getting dressed in the morning, right? I never look at, is it okay, does it look good? I always say, what's wrong? I always assume something's wrong with everything, right? So I always assume something's wrong with every website that's created, every flyer I promote, every video I do. I always think that something's wrong with it. And then that allows me to poke holes in it. And if I plug those holes before I send it out to the world, it'll be perfect as it goes out. So even in my day-to-day grind, I constantly self-reflect and be like, Jay, what are you doing wrong? You know, over a week span, over a month span, what's wrong with the Jay Morrison Academy? Can I mentor better? Can I teach better? You know, just what's wrong with what I'm giving the world? What's wrong with my hairline? What's wrong with everything? And then I can constantly fix it. So that's my way of, I guess, kind of being an overachiever or just creating a higher standard and bar for myself. But now I can get lost within that because I'm never taking a step back and just looking at the whole thing, because I'm always in it. So yes, I do get lost in my own grind, but I guess through my self-reflection, I kind of balance that out, if that makes sense. Next question, please.
All right, Jason Gary from Facebook.
Make sure you speak up, too, because the camera's facing me, and I want them to hear your question, Jess.
Oh, okay. Jason Gary from Facebook asks, are you cooking anything for Thanksgiving, or are you just letting the queens do all the work?
I'm not cooking anything, and I don't know if the kings or the queens or whoever's in the kitchen, but I did have 2 meals a day at 2 different households here in North Carolina, and I had a amazing time without having to lift a finger. So I'm satisfied, and yes, no cooking for me. I actually have a brownie with nuts in it I have to go get in a minute, but after this next question.
All right. Cam Chance from Facebook asks, best city you've been to? LA, ATL, or NYC?
Best city. Ooh. I love ATL, but ATL is dangerous because it becomes a distraction. It's too much fun at ATL. LA is really, really smooth and mellow, and I like LA, but nothing like the grind of NYC. But on the low, Detroit is, for as hard hit of a city as it is, Detroit is actually kind of dope in its own way. I like Cleveland even, like these blue collar cities you don't even think about are pretty like cool in their own way. And I think what has been like a surprising city for me that I really, really love. I said Detroit, Cleveland. Houston's pretty cool too, but I'll go with NYC, man. I'm a East Coast, New York City, Jersey boy all day, every day. Yeah.
All right, and last question. Terry Franks from Facebook asks, do you feel that shows like Empire are bad depictions of the black family? I hear this debate a lot in the conscious community.
I don't think that Empire so much is just a bad depiction of the black family, like just that particular show or Power or whatever. I think mainstream media in general, which is not controlled by us, generally gives out messages that are not uplifting to black people or for black people, or don't set good examples, period. So, to answer your question, yes, I think it is. We know that it's entertainment, but again, we don't control our own media, we don't control our own rhetoric, so therefore we're depicted how others want to depict us, and that's just is what it is. So don't end it.
No, it's battery.
Oh, okay, I was just making sure. All right, so yes, and I just want to say, I guess that was it. Episode 37. We got 53 more to go. Of the Ask Jay. Is that right, man? 53 plus 37.
You said 90 days, right?
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, all right. I'm good with numbers. All right, so yeah. So you guys make sure that you like this video, Make sure that you comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And make sure you share it to your friends and family. Thank you guys for following me, being a part of this. Again, shout out to the main man right here.
And his cousin.
No, we ain't worried about him right now. My grandfather looks like he's 50, 6'5", even though he's shrinking a little bit.
Yeah.
But
You look good, Daddy.
yeah, that's the man right there. But I thank you guys for just being a part of my life. I said that in the email. If you guys aren't on my email list, make sure you go to jmorrison.net, join my email list. I got the best webinar that I've ever done. I haven't done it yet, but I know it's going to be the best. On Monday, 11:30, November 30th at 9 p.m., I'm doing a webinar on how to activate your wealth DNA. I'm going to show us how to get off this poor mentality, this hood rich mentality, into a wealthy mentality. So make sure you're registered for this webinar. Go to jmorrison.net to get on the email list or jmorrisonacademy.com. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow for episode 38. We rolling.